Hello everyone, welcome back. So it's been a day or two since I've played. But
Welcome to
I've
the
been-
Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks.
thanks,
let-
but no thanks.
No.
Not tonight. I've been thinking about this a lot, about Riften and what to do, and what would Squeeper do. And the truth of the matter is, Squeeper wouldn't really know what he could do. I mean, there's an entire city suffering here, and he doesn't think that he can, by himself, help in any real meaningful way. But he does know a guild that he happened to start that
Glad to
does...
see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
No, go away. That does kind of try and help with this stuff. He thinks that maybe the Anthrops might be able to do something to relieve some suffering here. So he's got plans maybe to send a letter to Channels, but before he does that, he's got a bigger goal to accomplish. The one thing he has seen walking through this town is that much of this suffering is caused by the Thieves Guild, and if there's one thing Squeeper cannot stand, is a Thieves Guild that causes its people to suffer. Look, the Thieves Guild in Cyrodiil back 200 years ago, he just kind of ignored because...
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Barb. The bunkhouse isn't for you.
Thanks. Anyway,
New in town, eh?
oh
Here
gosh,
for the fishing, I guess.
please leave me alone. I was gonna say, oh, he kind of...
Welcome to the Bee and
Oh
Barb,
my gosh.
lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
He ignored the Thieves Guild there because everything he heard about it, they were good, kind people, kind of like him. He didn't want anything to do with them, but he also kind of just let them go about their business and just didn't think about them. This one is different, however. This one apparently is... Oh my god! How did you even get up here? This one's causing enormous pain and suffering to this town. And that probably pisses him off more than... Well, it'd be hard to make him more upset than that. So he's gonna pay the Thieves Guild a little visit tonight. And maybe visit some of their own thievery onto them. Or at least make an attempt for it. Which means that he's going to have to ditch Freya. So, Freya, why don't we stay here for a while? We're going to, of course, spend the night here. We'll head out tomorrow morning for the Dawn Guard, etc., etc. Or we'll go find that skooma dealer and we'll figure it out. But you go ahead and chillax for the night. I'm going to go for... No, actually, I'm going to call it early. Call it an early night. Hey, Mara smiles upon me. Yes, she does. Oh, okay, it's not for me. It's for Talon J. I've checked with the Maramel, and I'm certain an arrangement can be made to incorporate the traditional Argonian bonding ceremony should the need arise. It would be a pleasure to receive you at the temple and have Maramel perform a marriage ceremony between yourself and Kirva, but we'd request the appropriate title be made as we previously discussed. Whatever you decide, I wish you both the best of luck and hope to see you soon. Aww. That guy. Okay. Squeeper's gonna call it an early night and then wake up around midnight and go pay them a visit. Besides, it's been a while since he started doing some thieving and people have been asking. And this is a really good reason to do it, I think.
You've got the coin, you're welcome here.
Yes,
Are you joking? You just rented a room from me.
I did. I thought I
Come
rented a
back and
room
see us
yesterday.
again.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, what do you want? If this is about the metering,
Hi, Jade.
we can talk later.
Greetings, traveler. My name is Jade. I give you Mara's blessing, so that her light may guide you on the path to true... Oh, who am I kidding? You'll end up like all the rest.
Well, that's a bit of a pessimistic attitude, aren't you? Not pessimist. Yeah. There's no place for cynics in the service of Mara. Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, I resent that. I am not a cynic. What I am is cursed.
Astute one, you speak lycanthropy. Follow me, I will save your soul. What? What? How would I know that she was a werewolf? What? What do you mean cursed?
Dinya has tasked acolytes, such as myself, with ushering those who have lost their way back on the path toward love. By finding true love, the citizens give praise to Mara. And by finding the donation bowl, they allow the temple to prosper. As a result, there's a lot of pressure to perform. It doesn't help that Braille has already brought 7 couples to marital bliss in the past month. Yet all my efforts end in disaster.
You're cursed with beauty. The only way to break such a curse is to find love yourself. Fear not, maiden, wed me. No curse will withstand the might of our love. You don't have to be a matchmaker. You can just pass out Diana's letters.
That's exactly why I must succeed. I love Dinya, but I'd rather scrub the floors with my tongue than pass out another one of her obnoxious missives. She's already passing some of Brielle's work to me so he can focus on marital guidance. No, I've got to make this whole matchmaker thing work.
You seem less devout than the other priests I've met.
Is it that obvious? I suppose the name isn't particularly orthodox either. Well, it's not exactly a secret around here, so I might as well tell you. I used to be a member of the Thieves Guild. I didn't really have much use for my old name, so when I met Sapphire, I decided to change my name too. Green Eyes. Jade. It doesn't take a college mage to figure out gyms make pretty names for girls. Except Emerald sounds like something you'd name your overweight uncle. So I settled on Jade.
Greetings once more. You could do more for Mara by spreading her word. Follow me? No. There must be a reason you still use that name.
As I said, that's how most people in Riften know me. Dinya suggested I drop the name as a symbolic gesture, but I feel like that would be running away from who I was, and what I'd done.
Why did you join the Thieves Guild?
Do you want the short answer or the long one?
Well, the long one, of course.
It all goes back to my childhood. For most people, it always does. I grew up an only child, cloistered from the other children. My parents were obsessed with wealth, and while I was never left wanting for anything, I felt like I had no one to talk to. As trivial as it sounds, the guild gave me a sense of belonging I never had, and the brothers and sisters I always wanted. We were family. Even then, there was a distance between us. They spoke differently, acted differently. I stole to rebel, they stole to survive. And when I heard what happened to Sapphire, it was so sad, and yet so courageous. Pathetic as it sounds, I was almost jealous.
You don't seem to care for your former occupation.
I guess it's because I never was a thief. It's not that I didn't have the skills, mind you. When I was a child, my parents would lock me in the library and hope I would study. That was the extent of their parenting. Naturally, these were no ordinary locks. They were based on dwarven craftsmanship, as complex and mysterious as the path to love.
Yeah, well, I admit they're complex, but come on. So how did you develop your skills?
Well, what my parents neglected was how vast their collection was, and not all books were educational in the way they implied. I studied the craft of lockpicking, and nothing else. I learned about the mechanisms behind them, and how to feel for the point of zero vibration. Eventually, I could not only exit the library, but enter the armory, and when I was ready, escape the city entirely.
What brought you to Riften?
My skills were well suited for the kinds of jobs the guild employs, but the jobs themselves were ill suited for me. At first, I thought I could leave the mark, a purse of gold. Yet, I quickly realized I couldn't afford all the things I was asked to steal. Even if I had the gold, many of these items held sentimental value. A lifetime of memories can't be replaced by a handful of septums. But the hardest part by far was looking into the faces of my friends, knowing I had done them wrong, and ascribing someone else the blame.
Well, yeah, that's why you rob from rich people you don't know. Problem solved. I'm not actually saying that. When did you decide to quit the guild?
One day, Vex asked me to do a heist job at the Temple of Mara. She didn't tell me what it was I was stealing, just that it was valuable. That night, Dinya and Marmal were at the Bee and Barb, preaching to the patrons. Brielle was showing the temple to a young couple.
No one saw you enter?
I stole away into the back, where the living quarters are, if you could call them that. The walls and floorboards were splintered, the tables desiccated, the plates and cups rusted and pockmarked. These were not people of wealth. The items Vex wanted weren't even in a strongbox. She said they were on a dresser, placed next to a bouquet of flowers. They were wedding rings. When I realized that's what Vex wanted, my heart stopped. I couldn't do it. It seemed wrong, especially wrong.
So what did you do?
I threw off my hood, cursed Vex, and turned around. I was done with the guild. That's when my eyes met Dinya's, standing there in the doorway. And she did what she always does, what I always needed but never got from my mother. She embraced me, and I knew then I'd found a home.
Aww. You know. Nothing, sorry. Hey, wait.
Yes?
Greetings once more.
I told you, unless you want your love to drown in the rat ways like the rest of them, I suggest you talk to another priest.
Well, hang on.
Oh, you must be new to Riften. Well, if you're looking for guidance in the matters of the heart, I suggest you speak to Marmal or Dinya. I, on the other hand, have failed to shepherd a single soul to Mara's embrace. I think I'm cursed.
Let's see.
Dinya by finding as a yet all my efforts end in disaster.
The only way to break such a curse is to find love yourself?
You sound like Dinya and Marmal, and suddenly I'm beginning to feel nauseous.
You seem less devout.
Is it that I use green eye? Except emerald sounds like something you name your
It could just be bad luck.
I know the difference between luck and curses. Bad luck is rain at a picnic. Ataxia on your first date. Bad luck can throw love off course, but it can't capsize a ship so thoroughly like a curse.
What do you mean?
Take Aaron, for instance. A dashing man saves the life of a beautiful warrior in a story fit for the tales. He persuades the woman to move with him to Riften, and even convinces her to stay in his home. The stars are aligned. Mara's hand guides them both. It seems the wedding is but a formality, but he seeks my counsel nonetheless. I tell him to never leave her side, and let Mara handle the rest. When I said never leave her side, I didn't mean her backside. A man has to lead. Somehow the poor soul managed to gain her confidence, her trust, and her friendship, but not her love.
Huh. I leave Majol follows. Aaron just awaits here in Riften alone. No, I don't know. Majol is mine. No. There's got to be something going on between those two.
Sadly, no. Aaron sleeps like a guest in his own home. He thinks that letting Mjall have his room will help earn her love. The poor misguided soul.
Regardless, some people just aren't compatible. It's not your fault.
Tell that to Sajin. He still blames me for ruining his chances with Helga, as if it weren't his own fault. Helga likes more distinguished, attractive men. Sajin is a bit petulant and has a face like a pumice stone. He's also very frail. The other day, I think I hurt my shoulder just looking at him. And the way he keeps staring at the statue of Mara makes me wonder about his intentions.
Who else has sought your counsel?
Well, there's Sviddy. She sought Mara's blessing to guide her marriage with Sibby. Even I saw that one coming. Although, not the murder part.
Ah?
Then there's Savannah, who suffers from the same disease as Sviddy did. She too wants Mara's blessing. Why can't Sibby's lovers go to Brielle for once? Okay.
You look like you have something on your mind.
I was thinking about the time I told Sapphire we should wear Jade and Sapphire's circlets. She said it would make us look stupid. She was right.
Alright. I don't need you to follow me. Bye, Jade. It was a pleasure talking to you. Alright, where's my room? Is this my room? No. Where's my room? Is this my room? Yes. Alright. So, that was a really fun conversation. I think Squeeper empathizes a little bit because he is very picky in where he goes stealing. He doesn't like he probably wouldn't have wanted to steal those wedding rings himself either, or he never would have stolen anything from the Temple of Mara, but you know what I mean. He likes to steal from people he knows can afford it and probably deserve it. Like what he's gonna do tonight. Alright, what time is it? It is 1:31 a.m. Holy cow. Alright, hang on. Set time scale. I think it's 2. 10? No. Set time scale to 10. There we go. He needs to have time to do this. Okay, so we're just gonna go for a stroll. Blah, da, 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 da. Freya's already asleep or whatever, eating or drinking or whatnot. We gotta go to Alley and we gotta get our equipment for thieving. For thieving stuff. Of course, and some people left in the comments, and I realized afterwards, yes, I think my black cowl and all my water arrows and stuff are all on Alley. Haha. Oh, how funny for me to forget that. But, yeah, so we're going to get that, and then we're going to go to the Thieves Guild and pay them a nice little visit. Because he just... It sickens him. It sickens him to think that a Thieves Guild, something that he used to be a part of, not this particular one, but a Thieves Guild, is devastating this town so badly. And he can't, he can't shut it down. He can't just walk in there and murder everyone. That's kind of off the table for him. But he can go and rob them blind and put all that wealth to better use, which is exactly what I think he's going to try and do. Allie. Hey, girl. How you? Alright. Just need to grab some things from your pack, love. Oh. Yeah, okay. So this is the right one. Oh no. Maybe I don't have it? Seriously, where's like my cowl and stuff? Maybe I really did lose it. That's not good at all. Well, that doesn't make any sense. I must have actually just lost them. Oi. So, what do? Do we just roleplay that I don't have them? I guess I kind of have to, don't I? I mean, how do I just suddenly show up with some? I mean, I guess I could say, well, they were just there, but... It really stinks that I'm missing my stuff. It isn't by chance on me somewhere, is it? No, of course not. I must have accidentally sold it or something. What about all my water arrows, though? I couldn't have sold all those, too, could I? Not that bad, am I? Make sure I was actually on my horse, not me. Yep. All right. That's not good. All right, I need to go. I need that stuff. So hang on. Okay, I ran by the Shadows Refuge real quick and bought the stuff again. My thinking behind it is that when I reloaded the game, because after I stopped playing for about a year, I had to wipe my whole hard drive, or actually transfer everything to a new hard drive. And my guess is when I reinstalled the game, it just got rid of those items. That's the only thing I can think of, and I needed them, and there was no roleplay reason why I wouldn't have them anymore. So I just replaced them real quick. And just say I got them off of Alley. However, right before I started recording, I got a message from this person, Calcemio. Someone, you know, handed me a letter at 1 in the morning. That's not unusual at all. Squeeper, it has come to my attention that you may have recently acquired a certain noisemaker arrow from Horrorster's shop. I'm not sure how such an object came to find itself resting there, but I've been trying to obtain one for my search. If you still have it, or if not, find another one. I'd be most appreciative if you would bring it to me here in Marakath. I will pay you handsomely. Yeah, okay. Thanks, I'll probably just ignore that forever. Okay, so I got my tools. I got my noisemaker arrows, my water arrows, my dark cowl, my fire arrows. Don't know if I really need fire arrows, but, you know, whatever. Better safe than sorry, right? So, now let's go pay the Thieves Guild a visit. Gotta be very careful. Generally, Squeeper likes to scout out his areas before he, you know, breaks into them and does his thievery, but he doesn't really have that opportunity here, so he's just gonna have to be very, very, very careful. And the goal is not to kill anyone, but he won't mind bumping a few heads against some wooden spoons, if you know what I mean. So he already knows where the ratways are because of that girl he talked to, and then he found them earlier. So he knows exactly where to go. I'll make sure no one's looking. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, let's make sure I have water arrows equipped. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to take off the cloak, because I do not want the anthrops being... Oh, and I'm keeping my backpack. Oh, shoot. Shoot. What's my weight? Ah, it's fine. Actually, I should, Oh, man, it's getting really late anyway. Let's go. I was gonna say, I need to, be as light as possible so that I can take as much as I can. Okay, let's do that. Let's run back to alley real fast, because I need to... I only got one chance at this. So, hang on. Let's run back to alley real fast. What time is it actually? It's 2:19 a.m. So, I only have a few hours to get this done. I mean, game time hours, which means maybe an hour my time. Maybe. So, I could set the time scale down a little lower, but meh. Just run to alley, put everything I don't need back on alley. I'm going to take the backpack, and just the stuff I need, because I want to be as light as possible to take as much as I can. Anytime now, game. Come on. Yeah, come on, game. You can do it. There you go. Okay. So, let's get everything I don't need. I should keep one of those at least. Let's just keep both of them. Let's keep one of them. Actually, those don't weigh anything, so I don't need to worry about that. Alright. Don't need those. Definitely don't need that. Put up my green cloak for now. Keep that. Definitely don't need to hold on to that. Oh, right. I'm going to put all my gold here, and there's a reason for this. Really? I have exactly 1,600 gold? That's unusual. There's a reason for that. Let's see. All these keys are weightless. No. Don't need poisons. Might need enduring invisibility. Might need health. Might need stamina. Definitely need sneaking. Might need archery. Rope arrows. Don't think I'll need you guys. Don't need you. Don't need you. Sorry, I'll try and make this fast. Might want to hold on to torches. You never know. I don't need the woodcutter's axe. Okay. I am as light can be. Okay. Now, I'm only taking one sword with me because killing is not my objective here. So I'm bringing it more in self-defense than anything else. But most likely, if I get into a fight, I'm going to try and run for it. Try and go invisible and run. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to murder these people. I just want to teach them a lesson. Okay. 2:26. I've got to hurry. Okay, now. Put on the dark cowl. Yeah. Now. Let's do this. Okay, where's my swoon spoon? Let's make you number 1. There we go. Good. Good. Okay, here we go. Let's do this, yeah! I mean, let's do this, yeah! Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.